Okay, okay. You know, I'm showing you this picture, right? This picture is a comic book illustration of a character named Jean Grey, right? Anybody familiar with that? You know, she's a member of the X-Men. Some of you may have watched those shitty ass Fox movies, which I don't claim. No, but I'm gonna show you this. This is a picture of Jean Grey and shit. And I'm showing this to you to make a point, okay? I want to make a point to you about something, all right? All right, I want to show you this now. I want you to see, she's going to show up in a video game in about a year or so. I want to show you a picture, okay? Don't get it twisted, okay? It's all going to make sense at the end. Well, I want to talk about propaganda and shit. This thing I like to laugh about, I call it, fugly feminists want to rule the world and shit. Fugly feminists want to rule the world, okay? And part of that and shit, women have this, they have this annoying habit that they don't just want to be in a relationship with you, but they want your soul, okay? They want to take you over whole and shit. You must have no agency outside of them. Everything, they look at everything as everything revolves around them. You're supposed to, cater your life experience to, their needs and expectations and their wants and shit. Not in any particular order, but wants would probably be number one at the top of the list. So that being said, we've seen them invade our spaces. We've seen this overwhelming wave of pervasive third or fourth wave feminism that is almost fanatical and shit. It needs to be addressed, honestly. It needs to be addressed on the, we need checks and balances in our society and shit, but I don't think that's coming. I think it's pretty much in the wood chipper as far as this westernized country goes and whatnot. So, I've showed you this picture of Jean Grey, right? And a drawing of her, an accurate drawing of Jean Grey. Now I want to show you something else. Okay, check this out. Check it out, man. Yeah. I know what you're thinking, right? They look like some, if any of you are in my age group, I'm an elder statesman in this community. I'm in my early 50s. Any of you have been around the block, I want to be honest, all right? Actually, that was a cut when someone came into the room. I want to be honest. This looks like the female that you see at last call at the local pub, okay? When you're out of your community and shit, if you look like me, if you're in my ethnic group, just like the last call bar bitch. She's definitely going anywhere you want to go, as long as the drinks keep flowing. It looks busted, man. It's fucked up. It doesn't get any better, okay? But just to let you know, this is 2024 going forward. This would be Jean Grey as a playable character in a video game, right? This is their idea of Jean Grey, a wholesome, somewhat voluptuous, redheaded Caucasian woman that's now reimagined as somebody, you probably don't want to. You're coming up to your car and she rolled the window up because she want to do something strange for some change, or she wants, if you got any spare change, maybe she could, you guys could drive to the back of the parking lot and she can get back there and give you a blowy and shit for like $50 or less, more like less. This is Jean Grey, man. This is what they're pushing at Jean. This is third wave feminism. It's taking over all corners of the media. Okay, the propaganda mill is just off the rails. This is ridiculous. And I just, I always refer back to the fugly feminist. Chicks nobody's interested in. The kind of woman that goes to a party to have a political conversation and inject herself into your friend circle, whether you like it or not. Put her finger in your face and blah, blah, blah. Eventually she's hoping that you'll get drunk enough that, maybe you two can wake up in the morning and you can have a Jamie Foxx Wanda moment of eating your own arm off to get away from her while she snores with her arms over her head, exposing her hairy pits. That's how bad it is. This is Jean Grey. You think it's even worse than that, man? I got another picture for you, okay? Let's be honest. Here's the full body. Right? Tell me that's not a middle-aged woman, right? Some people, like my 8-year-old son was showing this picture, and he said that it looked like a man in a dress. Now, my son is 8. He said it looked like a man in a dress or a woman with a man shoved up in it. That's his words, not mine. All right, even the bad hair. But more accurately, I think online they've been describing this version of Jean Grey that is supposed to be in this new Wolverine game come 2025 or so. They've been describing her as modeled after Kathleen Kennedy. All right, that's the woman that's destroyed Star Wars. Okay, if anybody gives a shit, knows what that is in this sphere. All right, yeah, she's post-war, modern, woman, a billionaire that has destroyed the franchise that Disney paid $4.8 billion for. It's not worth shit today. She's turned it into a alternative community, pig pen. It's disgusting. I'm not here at this channel. You know what this channel is all about. But I have to make a point, man. I have to make a point before I get on to my, my actual commentary. Will be a commentary. So that being said, you see that Jean Grey is now fucked up. Now she's a post-war barbish she has a suspicious bulge down there, and you better make sure you got that air horn on you and shit when you run to your car at 2 a.m. after the bar closes down. Roll those fucking windows up, cause she'll stick her head in there and shit. Breathe on you. You might end up catching something and shit airborne. But modern feminists, they tell us that this is a premier superhero, a very popular, very iconic female superhero. Shit, this is the effects of negative propaganda through a lens of fourth wave feminism and shit. All right. And now that being said and whatnot, I want to talk about, what I'm going to talk about. Shit. Okay. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about, but first things first. Okay, what we have here is, to me and you, to our street black man and some moist motherfuckers too. To us, we see a run-of-the-mill standard black woman and shit, a mid-level black woman, extremely low end mid-level black woman and shit, but minority, majority, and the propaganda machine, they would have us believe that this is a superhero. Okay, she is a superhero. What is her superpower? Okay, well, on paper, they say she is the smartest woman in the world. Okay. She's the smartest woman in the world, and she's recruited by Homelander, the superhero guy on the show. He's supposed to be like Superman, like Republican Superman or something. He recruits her because he's tired of people just telling him what he wants to hear. He wants to hear a dissenting voice. Since she's classified as a super, he picks her and whatnot after having a conversation with her for 5 minutes. So she's a black superhero, and her power is to be, they say she's the smartest woman in the world, but I don't see her doing anything that any other run-of-the-mill, mid-level, on the low-end black woman doesn't do already and shit. Okay, she does everything that we know a lot of these sisters do and shit. She's highly opinionated and shit, self-absorbed to a fault. Her fault, by the way, and everyone else that beats her. She's standoffish, and she's the right hand of, dare I say, white supremacy in the form of Homelander. The show's blonde Aryan Superman. Okay, I don't want any melanated people to make any bones about what I just said, because you can see the visual that you can see what I'm talking about. Shit, And this is no knock. I watched The Boys. I watched every season of The Boys and enjoyed it for the most part. quite a few bumps in the road and shit. I watched the spinoff and enjoyed that, but never put out the. I never put out the review for that because, well, reasons. I never put out the review for that. Okay, all right. But I would just say that the chick in that show had some hella cake, right? And I'm not dead and shit. I may be an elder statesman of the community and shit, but I'm not fucking dead and shit. I'm a straight black man and red blooded as I, well, as they come and shit. My particular chronological lane. Anyway, getting back to well, she's known as Sister Sage. Okay, she gives sage advice to this white dude. You know. And the visual is impactful for those of us not plugged into the matrix and we're able to look at things through the lens of common sense and understand when we're looking at a propaganda piece, when being indoctrinated, or there's a very clumsy attempt to indoctrinate more black women and shit to be separatists in their own ethnic group, right? Yeah, her job is to simply be a black woman and shit. That's her superpower, that she's a black woman. And she has some opinions and some ideas about shit. And she ain't got no fucking superpowers. I think she may have a secondary ability, like kind of like the regenerative ability, because in one scene, you see that she has there's a bloody metal rod on the table. She's just sitting there. She looks weirded out. I had forwarded past some extremely gay shit in the show, and so I missed. I didn't feel like rewinding back to find out what that metal rod was and shit. But apparently, she had self-lobotomized herself simply so that she could watch a television show without, her own superpower, which is being a bitch, would interfere with her enjoying it and shit. And she's also a swirler, right? She's also a divester, because we see like the resident speedster, who's like a version of the Flash. It's a black dude played by Jesse Usher. I forget. I think his name's A-Train or something. And he knows her, right? And Homelander brings it up, and he's like, "Oh, that bitch. She always running her mouth, and she's standoffish." He says everything I just think I'd be saying about her. Yeah, Homelander goes and brings her into the fold. And she gives him a look, and it's kind of like, "Oh, I hate that bitch, but I can't talk now because she's the right hand of white supremacy." And Homelander, shit, she's the right hand of white supremacy. That is her fucking job on the show, is to tell Homelander how to do shit he wanted to do. How to be on top, and how to supplant, dissident views of him and shit. She orchestrates an elaborate social engineering exercise and shit in which his detractors are made to look like villains. Okay? No spoilers here. Not that, if you know any black women, then you don't, you know everything you need to know about this character and shit. Okay? She engages in proxy violence several times. She incites other people to do her dirty work. She backbites people. She's dismissive and shit. And she's opportunistic and shit. She even, grooms one of her peers on the superhero group, and later starts to hook up with him. Thankfully, it cuts away and shit. I think it just cuts to black when she's about to have sex, because we can't have any heterosexual sex on that, even between a white man and a black woman. And no, she is not fucking Homelander. Okay? She's banging another soup, like the most weak-willed of soups and shit. Okay, and there, I want to say about the show, there's a ton of male frontal nudity this season. And it was only the first 3 shows, man. You had seen several. You had seen several men's penises and shit, and you had seen dudes hook up and bang and shit. All right, and there's just deviant, malfeasant sexual behavior all over the place. Even some of Homelander's personal proclivities make you kind of go, yeah, that's nasty, and it's all nasty and shit. I just, the fucking propaganda is real and shit. It's fucking real. Man, just look at the visual. I'll tell you all you need to know and shit. You got a strong, independent, and brave black woman, who's the right hand of the minority majority in the form of Homelander shit. Okay, I hate to call him a white supremacist, but that show presents him in a certain lens. Shit, it has nothing to do with me, and he's more extreme in the actual comic this shit is based on. He's extremely, hardcore and shit in the comic. They've actually taken steps to make him somewhat vulnerable in certain instances. Right? So, the whole point of this commentary is, you should believe your eyes and shit, okay? Your first thought is usually the right one and shit, okay? Your first punch is usually the right one and shit. What we're looking at is more propaganda and pandering directed at half of our ethnic, our supposed ethnic community and shit, okay? And there's nowhere you can go without seeing a black woman's face, online, or on streaming, or regular television and shit. If you just turn those shits on, you'll see a black woman. You'll see black women of all stripes and from everywhere. Kings. I'm remiss about doing the outro and everything, but keep your head on a swivel, protect your bag, and above all else, believe you. Okay? Believe what you see and shit. Okay? That first thought is the correct one. Oh yeah, don't make fallen women the stewards of your family or the mothers of your children, because they are they're your future, your legacy. Okay? I'm serious about that. I love you guys. Okay? Otherwise I wouldn't make these fucking videos, would I? And you bang my like button and you subscribe and shit. Okay? That being said, all praise to the Most High.
But wait, there's more.
Not the banging, the banging. Oh, 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 oh. Fuck no, not the banging, the banging. Oh, 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 oh. Not the banging, the banging. Oh, 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 oh. Fuck no, not the banging, the banging. Oh, 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 oh. Fuck not the banging, the banging. Oh, 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 oh. Fuck no, not the banging, the banging. Oh, 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 oh. Not the banging, the banging. Oh, 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 oh. Fuck no, not the banging, the banging. Oh, 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 oh. Fuck not the banging, the banging. Oh, 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 oh. Fuck no, not the banging, the banging. Oh, 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 oh. Not the banging, the banging.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the Black Patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.